They're the unlikely dynamic duo attracting Oscar's spotlight.
Pretty boy.
73-year-old Korean legend Yuh-Jung Youn, and then 7-year-old newbie Alan Kim, stealing scenes in Minari.
I'm not pretty, I'm good looking.
The low-budget indie film pierces through with the struggle of a Korean-American family who moves to rural Arkansas, toiling in a chicken hatchery to pursue their version of the American dream.
How's your daddy like that new farm? He growing things good, doing things right?
Yes.
Minari, a metaphor for the resilient Korean herb that can sprout in the most difficult conditions.
My character doesn't like the grandma at first, but throughout the movie, she starts growing on him.
The film nominated for 6 Oscars, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Supporting Actress for Youn.
It's unreal to me. Strong boy.
But the grandma and grandson portrayals already winning awards around the globe.
Alan Kim Minari.
Little Alan, with 0 prior acting experience, melting hearts at the Critics' Choice Awards.
Is this the truth? Hope it's not a truth.
Meanwhile, Youn has earned numerous trophies and accolades over her 50-year career in South Korea.
Yuh-Jung Youn.
But her blunt humor went viral after the BAFTAs, known as the British Oscars.
British people known as very snobbish people, and they approve me as a good actor. So I'm very, very privileged and happy. I admire them very much. And I was just kind of 3 in the morning, I was thinking, with lack of my English, I was saying it like that.
Every piece of emotion were smushed together into one.
What are you looking forward to most about going to the Oscars?
Winning.
Alan isn't nominated for an Oscar, but his director, Lee Isaac Chung, is nominated for both director and screenwriter. Chung wrote the script based on his own childhood in Arkansas and his own grandmother, hoping to reframe the American dream.
It's not about the hard work and success. It's about the sacrifice that everybody makes. I wanted to highlight my grandmother and my mom and even my dad in the factories, you know, the sort of work that they did when they're very much invisible, the work that they were doing out of love.
I'm curious if you think about sort of representation and the Asian American experience.
I'm wary of creating films that are merely about representation. It's a story about family. It's a story about redemption. It's a story about many different things. And this family happens to be Asian, but that's not the reason why this story has to exist.
Written in 2018 as his sort of farewell to Hollywood, Chung was preparing to leave the industry after a modest decade in film.
I didn't know if it would do anything for my career. So I was trying to put everything I was feeling into it, just so that I would feel like I didn't leave anything behind.
Did you have any idea that it would become this big a deal?
Of course not. No, there was a part of me that just thought this screenplay is just going to sit on my computer, and one day I'm going to let my daughter read it when she's older, just so she can see like what I was working on when I was younger.
That all changed when his script landed in the hands of producer Christina Oh, a fellow Korean American whose partners include Brad Pitt, Dee Gardner, and Jeremy Kleiner at Plan B.
It's like the power of his script. Like, we read it and we were so moved.
What makes it so powerful?
Feeling like, oh my God, somebody understands like how I grew up. From like the grandmother visiting and bringing like bags of Korean spices and dried anchovies. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and be like, my grandma was the exact same way. It was just replace the dried anchovies with, you know, X.
Oh also insisted the Korean dialogue stay in the script. And with that green light, Oh and Chung hit the ground running, scrambling to start production in 3 months.
We had less than $2 million. There's something about making something with very little money and very little time. You're there because you love the material. Because by no means did anyone get like any sort of payday on this.
The film was shot in 25 days under the hot Tulsa, Oklahoma summer sun, much to the distress of its biggest star.
The first day, the AC went out, and it's just a mess. So, but looking at Isaac, he was all sweating, and I'm over 70 years old lady. I'm very temperamental when he and I'm upset. But he was always calm, and he always say, "I got it." That was, to me, was the most beautiful sound from the director.
If I lose my cool, then the ship is going to sink in some way. So I just knew that I had to keep it together and keep it in control. I grew up seeing her in a lot of TV shows and movies. She herself is so lovable, unpredictable, funny, irreverent. So there was just nobody else who could do this.
Youn has 2 sons and is a grandmother herself, which may be why she instantly connected with Alan, who plays her grandson.
When you are little, you don't understand. You are very ignorant.
Even in her 70s, she can't forgive herself for how she treated her great-grandmother, a Korean War refugee.
She used the water, reuse it again because of water shortage. Then to me, she was dirty, so I don't like her. She passed away long, long time ago. And now still it's breaking my heart. But every time we're talking about my great-grandmother,
That empathy and humanization, so deftly portrayed on screen, has made her a frontrunner for Best Supporting Actress.
It is rewarding your instincts to go with your gut and not go with the biggest paycheck.
I'm old enough. Whether the money or fame is not important. The people, my friends, is important.
Oh, it's spectacular.
As for her young co-star, he'll be turning 9 just before Sunday's ceremony.
Happy birthday to you.
Safe to say, we all know what he just wished for.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.